Okay, so the second method that we're going to talk about is substitution. And for this one, the way that we're going to do this is we're going to solve one of the equations for a variable. Now, typically what we look for is either variables that are already have a coefficient of 1 or equations that overall have coefficients that work well together. Things like they're all even, or they're all multiples of 3, something like that. Now, once we have that done, we are going to replace or substitute that equation into the other equation. That is critical. One of the large mistakes that I sometimes see done is they try to put it back into the same one that they came from. Once you have that, then you're going to have a single variable equation, and you can then solve that the same way you would just solve for x or y singly by itself. And then once you have that, you'll plug it back in to go find the other variable. Now, upsides to this or pros to this is it does reduce it to a single variable problem, which everybody is usually a little more comfortable with. Downside or con is it can get a little ugly with fractions if we're not careful, okay? So the example that we're going to look at is going to be 3x plus 2y equals 4. And then 2x plus y equals 1. Okay. So here we go. We've got this one. Now, the first thing I like this y that's sitting right here by itself. It's going to be nice, easy for us to solve for, and it works well. These I wouldn't want to because I've got a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and those don't always necessarily work well together. So we're going to take our 2x plus y equals 1. I'm going to subtract my 2x. So now we've got y equals 1 minus 2x. There's no need for us to be in y equals mx plus b for this or anything like that because we're just going to be replacing it. Now, what we're going to be doing is y is this 1 minus 2x, and I'm going to replace this y with that quantity. We cannot go back to the equation that we came from. So what we're now going to have is 3x plus 2, replacing the y with that 1 minus 2x that we have, and then this equals 4. So now we'll distribute. So we're going to have 3x plus 2 minus 4x equals 4. I'm going to combine my x's over here. So I have negative x plus 2 equals 4. I'll subtract my 2. Negative x equals 2. I'll divide by negative 1. And I get x equals negative 2. Now, I can plug this back in to either this equation, or my personal favorite is the one where I did this isolation solve because y is already by itself. So now I can plug that straight in. So now I have y equals 1 minus 2 times negative 2. So that's 1, negative 2 times negative 2 is going to be positive 4. So I'm going to get that y equals 5. Now, if I have to write that in an ordered pair, negative 2, comma 5. Now, word of caution. In this scenario, we were able to get our x value first and then our y. In other scenarios, you may actually get your y value first and then your x. Make sure that when you write the ordered pair, you do it in x, y as the ordering for that, not the order that you found the values in.